The anime community is cooked. So I was taking a little break from studying because I got exams upcoming in like 3 days, and in that little break I saw that the solo leveling anime won the Crunchyroll Anime of the Year award. Now, in all honesty, I already saw it coming from a mile away because if you know how the Crunchyroll awards work, you already knew that it was pretty much just a popularity contest, and Solo Leveling was probably the most popular anime of 2024. And by the way, we're talking about season 1, not season 2. I do not think that season 2 was taken into consideration for this award, so it only was about season 1. Now, do I think that Solo Leveling deserved to be called the anime of the year? Not really, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that the Solo Leveling anime is not good. It probably was one of the best adaptations and animes that we had over the year. The animation was phenomenal and the story and characters were pretty solid in my opinion. But I do think that shows like Frieren and Dadadan deserved it more, because not only do they have comparable animations, and at times you could even argue that the animations of these shows are better than the animation that Solo Leveling has gotten, but these shows have something that Solo Leveling will never have, and it's their impactful stories. In my opinion, a show like Frieren should have won Anime of the Year because not only does it have all of the animations and some of the best fights of 2024, but it also has a story that is so impactful that it can change someone's life. It can change the mental of people. It can impact them on an emotional level that I cannot see Solo Leveling do. And the same goes for Danadan. Solo Leveling was not the best anime of the year for me. It should have gone to Frieren, but I don't see a problem with Solo Leveling winning anime of the year because at the end of the day, it went over personal enjoyment. And people enjoyed and watched Solo Leveling more, so they voted for it. So I can't really say that it did not deserve it. What I will never understand and never accept is the fact that Sun Jinwoo, the main character of Solo Leveling, won main character of the year. Listen, I understand. Solo Leveling was the most popular anime, like a little bit more popular than Frieren, let's be honest, and more popular than Danadan, sure. But how can you choose Sun Jinwoo above characters like Frieren, Momo, Okarun, Mao Mao? Like, in my opinion, these characters blow Sun Jinwoo far out of the window. Listen, we have to be honest with each other. Sun Jinwoo, the only thing that got him to that position is the fact that he's a hype moments and aura merchant. The dude, outside of his hype moments and aura moments, the dude is bland. I'm not saying that Sun Jinwoo is a bad character, like he's a decent character, but he's bland. He doesn't have anything special to him. Compared to someone like Frieren, compared to a Mao Mao, compared to Okarun and Momo, in my opinion, Sun Jinwoo should never be in talks of best main character of the year. Like, the thing I'm trying to say is, the dude, Sun Jinwoo, is not a character that I can see win main character of the year, because the dude is literally bland. Like, the dude is your typical self-insert in a power fantasy. What I think is the most crazy part of this is that people have been hating a character that did exactly the same thing for years on end, and that character is Kirito from Sword Art Online. Listen, take Kirito from Sword Art Online and take Sun Jinwoo, and tell me what the difference is between these two characters. Tell me how Kirito is much more different than Sun Jinwoo, or what makes Sun Jinwoo so much better than Kirito. Because in my opinion, they do exactly the same thing, they work in the same ways. The dudes basically are working on the fact that they are self-insert characters in a power fantasy show. In my opinion, the only big difference between the two characters is that the Solo Leveling anime has a lot more aura and hype moments and better animation. That's the difference. In my opinion, I even think that a character like Kirito is far deeper than a character like Sun Jinwoo. It's far more interesting to analyze than a character like Sun Jinwoo. So like, in my opinion, Sun Jinwoo should never have won main character of the year, even though his show won anime of the year. Like, compared to someone like Frieren, someone like Okarun, someone like Momo, three characters that I think are far more enjoyable to watch, because they are characters that have actual personalities that I am attracted to. I think that they bring more to the viewer in terms of learning for themselves, in terms of like analyzing. I think that these characters are far more interesting and far better written characters and far more enjoyable than Sun Jinwoo, whose only main drive is that he gets carried by animation and hype moments. Basically, that's all Sun Jinwoo is. A self-insert character that works thanks to his hype moments and his aura. And especially in season 1, maybe you can argue in season 2 that we have had one of the more emotional scenes, even though the Solo Leveling fans hated that scene for some reason. I don't understand. Like, that's one of the better scenes in my opinion, one of the things that made his character interesting, but people hated it. And so Jinwoo winning main character of the year has truly made me understand one thing, and it's the fact that the anime community now is far more interested in hype moments and aura instead of actual substance. And it's something that I understood thanks to Dragon Ball Daima. Yeah, you know, I made a lot of videos about Dragon Ball Daima and the fact that it's a bad show in my opinion. I don't really like Dragon Ball Daima, that's the gist of it. And people have been singing the praises of Daima, even though Daima only has the animation and nostalgia working for it, and maybe the OSTs. But outside of that, the Dragon Ball Daima show is, in my opinion, one of the worst shows of Dragon Ball. Like, comparable to GT or even a little bit below GT, because they have tarnished the Super Saiyan 4 transformation. Anyways, I finally saw that the anime community nowadays truly doesn't appreciate shows that like are deep, and that is why I think that the anime community nowadays is kind of cooked, because we're getting to a point where we let ourselves get carried away by surface level things. At that point, like, their enjoyment goes above like actually having a good story, and like, I can't really blame them, because I understand enjoyment is a big important part of having your anime, but when you have an anime that is enjoyable and actually has substance to it that can affect you in your life, it should be above a show that only has enjoyment. Because for me, when I watch a show, when I watch an anime, I want to have that possibility to connect to the story, to the characters, and to the things that it's trying to convey to me, to the things that the author is trying to convey to me. And a show like Solo Leveling, in my opinion, really isn't all of that. Like, it's just cool. It's just like brain dead animations. Like, for me, a show like Solo Leveling, a show like Daima, not to make the comparison between Daima and Solo Leveling, because Solo Leveling at least has a solid story, Daima just is shit. All I'm saying is that I can see how a show that only has the animation and the fights and the OSTs going for it win over a show that not only has better OSTs, but has comparable animations and comparable fights, and also a story that is far better and characters that are far better. I just can't see how such a show can win over that. But well, that's just my opinion, and generally, I already knew it, that the anime community was kind of cooked, but this shows that the anime community is really cooked. Like, at this point, we chose a dude that is like the blandest type of main character over Frieren, Okarun, and Momo. Like, it's insane to me. But well, that's about it. I would say like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I just made a video about Daima and the bad arguments to defend it, so if you can give it a watch, go watch it, and I'm going back to study. Yup.